X2 Belgium, sponsored by Bindit. Only about fucking 1 minute, really. If you read that X2 chat, he's moaning about 1 minute being early. Bryce? Jesus Christ. I'm moaning about everything lately, does he? Dry qualifying, raining a wet race. Oh, hello. Yeah, boy. Eleven, 11, yeah? It's not Monza yet. I mean, even the stream started at 1 minute too, so there we go. Right. Oh, there's Alva out first. That must be Path then. Yep. Oh. Although I think he'd come up with saying, you both got one.
They are definitely got one.
Yep, you've both got a 5 grid penalty.
That's ridiculous. That is stupid, to be fair.
Well, there's not really a lot we can do about the grid. So path to set the first lap. Time to beat. Be interesting what people actually set, because if they're setting 144s or lower, they'll be dry setups, which will be interesting. There's a 143, so path is yeah, definitely a dry setup. So that'll be interesting in the race when there's a wet race. And Jamie, looks like he's doing the same. He was also 143.6, just under. What are we going for now? Is Gareth 146.9. Oh, we got Merrick coming now. What's Merrick? One. Ollie. Ollie, home race. 144.6 from Ollie into third. So Rebels going in, so we've got a Williams of Pushkar, is that? Yep. 145.3 goes into fourth. Now, Ferrari, that must be Anderson. As opposed to 140, oh no matter, invalidated. See you later. Comes Kenzak. For the 151, and that's another invalidated. Oh, thanks Matt, at least telling me who's invalidating. Maverick posts a 144.8, goes into fourth. Ratcat's on his debut in the Racing Point in Extreme 2, in sixth at the moment with a 145.4. It says on outlap. I think it's... Let's see what people are on what. He's just started. Mr. Smee. Outlap. Whoa, what's going on there? Mr. Smee's car did not sound very happy there at all with a 146.1. Sound like he missed a hell of a lot of gears. Right, Joe Pelly is now about to post time. 144.7. Good time from Pelly. Hopefully his connection is good today, because the last few weeks he's been very well. He's been improving quite fast. Anderson posts a 145.4, and I think that was Mavericks. It's coming up now. So who was that supposed at that time then? I am Kenzak. Just posted a 144.7, so he should be through. Anyone in the 144s, I would have thought, be safe. Wado coming in. X1 reserve in for 2, and he goes into 7th with a 145.0. Is that Brendan? Yeah, it's Lowe's here now. Coming to chicane. Needs a 145 really. 145.4, so he's on the edge really. Oh, don't worry about them. He's nothing special. We don't have to worry about him DNFing. Oh, Ollie, 2 tenths up. So he'd be posting about a 1:44.5 probably. Oh, there he is. Well, 1:44.498. Oh, I was 0.02 of a second off. Right. It's just me and Deadcat both going in the pits, so that's going to be interesting. Well, I wouldn't have stopped your AI crashing in qualifying, after qualifying. Gotta love that. End of qualifying and your AI takes over your car and then bins you into another car and DNFs your car. Nice, isn't it? Swifty posts a 150.4 into 15th. What's right with you? I just have to go and watch Waddo then because last season he crashed into the pit wall. So I want to make sure he's doing it properly now. It's good when you've been around it long enough and you actually remember stuff from last season. 144 from CJ goes into third. Nice. So Anderson, a year older, one by 1 week, and now he's showing his age. You start, yeah. Once you get over that 30 hill, downhill from there. No, you're past it. So Rickard doesn't improve. What about Swifty? Swifty goes in 146.2 and actually still stays in 16th position. Penko thinks just started his hot lap, yes he has, and Ultimate is out for the 3rd time to try and set a lap. So MB Soccer, come on, oh, yeah. Go on then, Bryce. What do you want? You want a 145.4 really? You're gonna go 146.6, 15th, so you're right on the edge. Anybody that is lower than a 145.3 probably needs to go out again. Higher, sorry, not lower. Oh, Deadcat. No, Deadcat's just starting his hot lap. Penko is there. Right, so Penko should finish his lap first, then Ultimate. Well, normally in Q1, especially with Rouge, you would expect someone to bind it by now, but they haven't. So they must be saving it all for the race. I don't know, there's a few people that I know, even with 11.11, they still crash at Rouge, so... Henko posts a 145.4 into 11th position, which now pushes MB Soccer outside of the top 15. Ultimate is finally going to set a lap, so he's going to go into 143.6 second, which now pushes Mr. Smee outside of the 15, which Anderson is also on the edge. Well, at least it's better than the next one because both Ferraris didn't make it into Q2, so... Oh. Dedka posts a 1:45.2 and goes into 10th, so now Anderson is outside of the top 15. It's Lowe's on the edge as well, so it's Lowe needs to get out too. I just seen Wado retire and I just had to make... Yeah, when I was at the make sure... I was like... Wado's just retired, I just had to make sure it was in the pits. Dunno. I watched him race last night. And Mr. Smee goes into 17th with a 1:45.5. Right, Penko is out as well, so that's Penko's next car to fin. He's on a cool-down lap. We have a Williams, and that's push car on an out lap. So as it stands, Swifty, Embry Soccer, Glamborn and Mr. Smee and Anderson are all going out of Q1 with probably about 2 minutes left to go. It says 1 minute on here, but that's wrong. So, not improved, so... So, Penko, he goes into 6th with a 1:44.6, so which now pushes no one anywhere, because he just improves to make himself more secure. Williams. Birchgar in 12th for them as it stands. He is 2/10 up, which will push him in front of Dedka into 11th position, which would more than likely make him safe, I would presume. Going to 10th position in front of Wado, so he's in a 1:45.0. Anderson posts a 1:44.6, goes into 6th. Oh, nice. No, he's not. He's on the side. So Swifty, he could be going into the top 10 here, I think. He does. He goes into 5th with a 1:44.4, and somebody's got Uber going on. Alright, cats in the pits. Who we got? Oh. Bryce Percival. The problem is, I don't actually know if people are finishing the laps yet, because it says on here, I mean, I finished qualifying, so...
Yeah, there's 2 minutes left in the after.
Yeah, yeah.
Do not hit that car. Do not hit that car. This is on simulation.
Yeah, so that's on sim, it might have done some damage. What car is it though? Is it, say if it's Rat Cats, isn't it? Or Racing Point of... It doesn't matter because they're both out. Right, Rat Cats, It's Low, Mr. Smee, Lamborn and MB Soccer I think are out. They're all going in. Yeah, they're not doing proper laps. Oh, there goes. Lots of wing on the McLaren now because the AI don't know what they're doing. Just watching MB Soccer go, its car going straight in the back of... Didn't watching you drive. So, eliminated in Q1 is MB Soccer, Glamborn, Mr. Smee, It's Low and Rat Cats. And Jamie posts a fast lap of a 1:43.599. So the thing is, Jamie, you've got to delete the ones that you've uploaded, and then... No, just do it on your phone. Unless it's on your Xbox, then that's the problem. No, mine's working. Yeah. So the app does work, it just takes like 3 or 4 minutes to load up. So Ultimate out first.
What is this?
Well, we've had our first DNF in qualifying in Deadker at Rouge. That's the first one. Red Bull is definitely out of Q2, so only 4 cars now will be eliminated. Was his car on the racetrack though? That's what, it doesn't matter. If it goes, they've got to be on the racetrack. If the car's on the racetrack, then they should slow down. If it's not on the racetrack. Precisely, yeah, well, I know that, but I'm saying if they hit it and then they report it, then they're the ones that get the penalty for it. But this is the problem with this rule that he's brought in, so it'll be different situations will warrant penalties, some won't, some will. So.
Also some major traffic at the bus stop. Jesus.
Well, that's a lot more right curve than what you want. So ultimate posts are 143.9, path posts are 143.8, Ollie posts are 144.9, Wado posts are 145.0, Pushcart posts are 144.8, Anderson posts are 145.0, Penko posts are 145.5, Swifty posts are 145.0. Ooh, that was close. Kenzak posts are 144.4, Maverick posts are 144.4, and it's gonna rain apparently. That sounds interesting.
Less than 10 minutes, I think.
So it's gonna rain for Q3. With a smile post a 145.5, Jamie posts a 144.3. We've got still going out is CJ. Let's see if we can get CJ. Remember, it's a wet race, so if that's the case, it doesn't really matter what tyres people qualify on in Q2. CJ's on for a 144.1 and he goes into third. Yeah, I'm going to grab them through as they come through now. Ollie, what are you going to post? 143.9 goes into third position. In front of Ken Zach. Rickard's on a cooldown lap, so I suppose where's Jamie? Yeah, Jamie's on a cooldown lap as well. Where's the Toro of let's just CJ. I think CJ CJ's on a cooldown. That's out lap. Toro, both out laps. Joe Pelly posts a 144.6 and goes into 8th position. I'm not being quiet there. There's not actually everyone's on a out lap, so I decided to go get a drink. Pingo. Average 10th up as it stands, so we will definitely need to be improving on that. At the moment we know Decker is out as it stands. Rickard, with a smile, Penko, Anderson, Wado are all going out as it stands. With just under 4 minutes to go. And Penko is not going to improve, so... Anderson's in the pits. They're in the pits. Pelly's going slow out lap. So Penko needs a basically anywhere from in a 144.
Very good start. Bomb placed in
Penko posts a 144.6. Jamie goes into Honda first with a 143.2.
That's ridiculous. Christ. That was a pretty good lap. That was nice again. I've noticed you play different you really go wide. Yeah. Ah.
Weather Smile needs to be in the 144 to have any chance of getting anywhere. Gaz goes into 10th position with a 144.7, so that is what you need to beat to get into the top 10. Anderson has invalidated, so we will go to the Haas of Penko. Is fuel saving, Yeah, so, right. Williams of Pushkar. 1/10 over in time or so as it stands. Needs at least 2/10. If he does not improve, he will be eliminated. And he is. So Pushkar is out of Q2. Just trying to see. Toro Wado in 13th. Yeah, 144.8 and goes into 12th position. So he does jumping on front of Swifty, but he is also now out of Q2, and Swifty goes into 6th with a 144.3, which pushes out his teammate of Rickard. Any car yet to put time is Anderson. If he gets this right, he'll be going into the top 10 and be safe. Will eliminate Joe Pelli. And he does, he goes into 9th position with a 144.5, so we lose. Joe Pelli in 11, Worth a Smile in 12, Pushkar in 13, Wado in 14, Dedka in 15. Fastest time in Q2 was Jamie with a 143.2. But you've got to remember, it's a wet race, so anything can happen. Oh, and this is the point, it's going to rain in Q3 as well, so when is it going to rain?
Not right away, you might get that.
As I was about to say, if it's dry at the start of Q3, it could be basically a one-shot qualifying.
I'm down for that.
Call of F1. And it is raining in Q3, right from the start. So it is raining though. So if you want to do a soft setup, soft run on dries, you will definitely need to go out now. So first out, first car out is everybody. So Path is out first, we know this. We also know Altman's behind him. I think CJ. Oh no. No, it's Iron Kenzak is the third car out on track. And then Mavericks are both Alphas are in this first group of cars coming out. I've got a funny feeling it is already too wet. Because the Path's having lots of fun as well. Oh, we've lost Swifty. We've lost Swifty in Sector 2. And we've also lost Ultimate in Sector 2. DRS is disenabled. So that is... Oh, Path! That could be invalidated. It is. Path is invalidated. So that... Oh, and he's gone around. So Kenzak, keep it clean. You might have a chance here of being on pole. So Kenzak posted 156.6 and Maverick posted 157.0. Trying to catch people that put laps in here. Anderson is Anderson posts a 1:59.5. Penko posts a 2 minutes and 2 minutes 7.4. Ollie posts a 2 minutes 1:1. Jamie is disqualified. He spun out in the pit lane. Ultimate posts a 2:17, and now he's also just invalidated this lap as well. So. Well, Path has gone into the pits and put Inters on. I'm pretty sure. Hello. Oh, and Pete Polini says hello to John. Is it John? John. Maverick. Yeah, number two, the Alpha. We're actually watching right now. Oh. And we lose Penko on sector 2. Yeah, another one. A spun on sector 2 on the big sweeping left-hander. So CJ is also into the pits on Inters as well. So everybody that hasn't set times are now going on to Inters. So Swifty, I would think, would be next. It will be Ultimate, and Ultimate is all out invalidated laps, so he'll be probably boxing. Now you've got Ollie, watch out. So we really have only 2 cars that are really on proper laps, and that is, well, not even proper laps, it's the Path and CJ are both on their out laps on intermediate tyres, but I do not think they will beat a 2:17 on Inters. I'm not too sure. Well, the guys that haven't set times, we really need to try. Oh, Maverick's gone. So Maverick will start in second, but he has a 5 grid penalty, which means he will start in the best position of 7th, unless anyone else goes faster, which I'll be very, very surprised. Also, don't forget, Ultimate also has the 5 grid penalty, so as it stands, he was starting in 11th position. Basically, everybody bar Penko and Kenzak are on softs. But basically, I don't think Kenzak's coming out. Kenzak's going to stay in the pits and say, thank you very much, see you later, I'll have pole. Yeah, I'm trying to take a screenshot, but for some reason it's really blurry and I can't work out what's going on here. There you go. Right, you've got a screenshot. So Path goes into the pit, so he did invalidate, so So Swift is out, so let me CJ is on a hot lap, yes. Check your messenger, Pete. Right, so CJ in 7th as it stands is about the post a time.
I'm already a second and a half.
And is she going to post? She's going to go 3rd. So there is definitely an under 2 minutes on intermediate tyres. So he goes into 3rd with a 1:59.3. Trying to see who is further up the field. Swifty is she on a hot lap? No, Swifty is saving, so out. So it almost just invalidated. So we now have it down to Ollie. You will get around, but you're invalidated, so you won't be able to post a time. So you'll, as it stands, start in 12th position, ultimate. Oh, we have a round car of Swifty in sector. Oh no, he stopped down for the. Well, he stopped for the Williams. That's invalidated. So. Well, it says you've invalidated. So. Yeah, I think he'll be in 9th position though. It depends on the path. Is the path going to get around though? I don't know if the path is going to get around. Right, so does Ollie improve? Ollie goes into 2nd with a 1:46.7. So, goes into 2nd. CJ. So the path, yeah. So the path is going to finish, start in 9th position with with Jamie in 10th. Yeah. Already got that. Right, so the only car that's left to set a time is Ultimate in 7th position. So it definitely looked like it was definitely too wet in the start of the qualifying then, because that soft time was only just good enough as it stands. So we know for a fact Jamie will start in 10th and Path in 9th and Swifty in 8th, but Pete has Maverick in 4th, has a 5 grid penalty, so he'll be into 9th position. So that means Path is 8 and Swifty is 7th. Ultimate is on the zone now, but he also has a 5 grid penalty, so whatever he does now will have a 5 grid onto it. He gets first and he posts a 1:54.3, but he does not have pole because of the 5 grid penalty, so Kenzak will keep pole. Oh, it was, yeah. So as it stands, we have Ultimate on first with a 5 grid penalty, so he'll be in 5th. Kenzak is going to take the pole. Ollie will be on 2nd on the front row of the grid on his home Grand Prix. CJ will be in 3rd. 4th will be Anderson. 5th will be Ultimate. 6th will be Penko. 8 will be Swifty, and Maverick will be... No, Swifty will be 7th, yeah. So Penko 9th. Penko 6th. Swifty 7th. Path 9th. But I don't know whether the DQ would make it. I don't know. I don't know if the DQ would go to 9 or if the DQ would go to 10. I have no idea with this thing, so we were about to find out. We do have two guys with a 5 grid penalty of Ultimate and Maverick, so Ultimate will go to 5th, Maverick will go to 10 if Jamie's DQ moves to 9. It's just we'll have to see when we get to the grid in a second.
I'm on middle at the minute. I might switch to Maria or someone.
Just a second.
Oh, it's wet. So it's where it's right. Oh, I'm fourth. Oh no, I am.
So let's do a run through then. Kanzak on pole, Ollie in second, CJ in third, Anderson in fourth, Ultimate in fifth, Penko in sixth, Swifty in 7, The Path in 8, Jamie in ninth, Maverick in 10th, Joe Pelly in 11, Worth a Smile in 12, Pushkar in 13, Wado in 14, Dedka 15, Ratcat 16, It's Low 17, Mr. Smee 18, Glamborn 19, MB Soccer in 20. Screenshot them for Mr. MB Soccer.
I'll still take cold there. I'll pick cold.
Yeah, 9 o'clock, yeah, on the hour. Yeah, it's at 9 o'clock. It's basically on the hour. Yeah, it's on the hour. Yeah.
Good enough. Is there a formation one?
No. And we are about to go. So everybody, whenever you are all ready, just remember it's raining, so braking zones will be a lot earlier.
Yes, please. I'm in front. I'm gonna turn my ERS down.
Here we go.
Oh, I see.
Spa in wet, which is always fun.
It's gonna be a shit show.
Here we go. And here we go to Spa in X2 Season 2 TN Extreme. Whoa. And as it looks so far, everyone's gone through. Oh, there is a bit of carnage. And Penko's out. Virtual safety car. Swifty and Jamie both get 5-second time penalties for collisions, and Penko is out of the race, so we lose one Haas driver. So we now have a Renault, both Renault knocking out the front of the race as it stands. So we have CJ up one place into second, Ollie down one place in third, Ultimate up into fourth, Anderson down to fifth, Path up 2 into sixth, Joe Pelly up 4 into seventh, Maverick up to A, and up 2 into 8, Wado up 5 into 9, so that's a great start from Wado. Pushkar up to 10, well, up 3 into 10. Ratcats up 5 into 11. It's Low up 5 as well into 12, same as Mr. Smee into 13. And Lamborn up 14 into 14 with up 5. Deadka stay the same, and MB Soccer up 4. So both McLarens and Jamie have poor starts, but Penko out from 14 and out. So he was in 6th position and he's now out. Whoa! And there goes Kenzak. Kenzak has gone. Watch out! Watch out! And the Path is out. Ultimate is out. Wow. Wow. That was basically Kenzak lost it, Path hit him, and then Path basically threw Kenzak's car at Ultimate. That was absolutely insane. That was absolutely insane. Well, It's Low is now up 10 places into 7th position, so he's going, oh, thank you. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see who goes in the pits now, because that is a game changer. Right, so we are now down to... Yeah, so we have lost 4 cars, so we have now down to 16 cars on the grid, and CJ in first, Ollie in second, Anderson third, Maverick 4, Wado 5th. 5th from 14th position, and Maverick's up to the 4th from 10th. You got Pushkar up to 6th and 7 places up. Ratcat's up to 7 and he's gone 9 places, gained 9 places. Mrs. Me up to 8 and he's gained 10. Same as Glamborn at 9, he's in 9, he's gained 10. Deadcut up to 10 in 5 places gained. MV Soccer up 9 places into 11. Whether Smile stays in 12th position, It's Low is up 4 and into 13. Jamie down 5 in 14th. Joe Pelly down 4 into 15th, and Swifty down 9 into 16th position. The problem is, I mean, that carnage at Rouge, there's really nothing anyone can do. Kenzak lost it, and his car just stayed on the racing line. There's nothing anyone can do. It's just one of those racing incidents issues, which we had one slight one in Extreme 1 as well. There's literally nothing anyone can do. The ones that have been crashed out have left. Ultimate, Path, and Kenzak. So we'll see. I can't invite anybody, so because I'm spectating. So right, basically Kenzak lost his back end up Rouge, and it literally within seconds Path hit him, and then within that Path's car went flying all the way across the track into Ultimate. Path is out, Ultimate's out, and Kenzak is out. So he lost a Renault, a Alpha, and a Williams. Jamie is in 14th. Probably not. You can't cut any of the corners on the safety car. You can't put one tyre over the white line under safety car, otherwise you'll get a 5-second time penalty for it. The way it's going, Gareth, just finishing it may even get points, because say this was only 2 laps in and we've already lost 4. I mean, yeah, say we did 2 laps and then 4 cars went out. And we've spent the last 2 laps under thingy. Swifty's back. Well, let me go on that count. Oh, let's see. Here's a little bit. Sometimes it's alright, sometimes it's not.
Hey Michael, do you want me to go into the pits and retire?
We'll see what it's like in the next lap or so, but if it carries on, you're going to have to.
Okay.
Even though Swifties is just as bad and he never quits, does he? Swifty's back in now, so, I mean... Yeah, that's the thing, I mean, I think because of this quarantine and that a lot as well, people's speeds have slowed down, so it's really awkward to... Safety car in, safety car in. It's also got a 5 grid penalty as well, a 5-second penalty for it. The thing is that this backing up though could actually help everybody, because more incidents can happen when it backs them up like this. Unless you're boss cookie. Anderson, 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits. Gotta love that last chicane. Got a few cars going in the pits, nice one. Oh, we have lost somebody. Wado. Toro Ross. It's only a yellow though, it's only a yellow flag. And he lets everybody go through, so that's... Gotta love it when it rains. You could go from first to last in an instant. So as it stands, the closest fight on track at the stands is between Maverick and Anderson in 3rd and 4th position. Everyone else has so far gone over a second apart as well. Worth a Smile on 11th and MB Soccer are within a second of Glamborn in 9th position. Oh, Swifty's also within a 7/10 of It's Low in 12th position. Oh, misses me, 5-second penalty. So Soccer goes into 9th, we've also got Dedka going into 7th. Wado's into 14th. Is Ricker gonna get it? Ricker does go into 10th position. It's Low is now fighting over Glamborn in 12th and 11th position. We have... what have we got yellow for? I don't see anything. It's Low all over the back of Worth a Smile in 11th and 10th position, one over the back of Swifty, and Swifty to the back of Glamborn in 12th, 13th and 14th position. I say Bryce MB Soccer's up 11 positions and Mr. Smee up 10. Same as Ratgats up 10 as well, so they've all stay out of trouble. That's all you got to do, especially when it's Spa in this sort of weather. Definitely don't fancy being within a 1/10 of a second behind somebody going out Bruges. guys in here are having lots of fun going up Rouge. It sounds like they're having lots of, hold on. Ooh. It's low, cutting a lot of that corner. I'm surprised he did not get a penalty for that. Glambon into the pits from 13, so he is now going to drop down to 16. Is God knows right now 1:59.6 from CJ. So you have Mr. Smee in 8th position, MB Soccer 6 tenths behind in 9th, Worth a Smile 3 tenths behind MB Soccer in 10th, It's Lowe's 2 tenths behind in 11th. You've got guys within 4 cars within 1.4 seconds. Mr. Smee, MB Soccer's got Mr. Smee into 8th position. And, oh, this is just looking like a disaster coming up here. Oh, and Wherever Smile just taps the back of Mr. Smee. Wherever Smile does. Oh, there's a wobble there. There's like 4 cars now. Wherever Smile goes into 9th, but Wado goes into 10th. Mr. Smee is dropping 4 or 5 places on 2 corners. Wado's now into 10th, It's Low is into 11th, Mr. Smee's 12th, but Swifty's up there, they're going to go side by side at Rouge. Swifty and Mr. Smee pulls out. Ooh. Swifty, jeez. You've got some cojones going through there like that, Jesus Christ. MB Soccer in 9th is now all at the back of Ricard and Worth a Smile in 8th position. Ooh. All I can say is that it's a good job I'm not a passenger on Swifty's car. I ain't staying there. Right, so now MB Soccer is dropped back a couple of tenths, but now he's got Wado in 10th position, all at the back of him.
Dass du in etwa 2 Runden reinkommst und zieh mir die Intermediates auf.
I don't know, there's having them and then going up Bruges side by side with somebody in wet. And we're going to do it again. It's Wado and MB Soccer. MB Soccer does pull out a little bit and Wado gets a 3-second time penalty. And now it's Lowe's at the back of MB Soccer as well. The one thing, definitely got some overtakes this weekend. And they all seem to be up Rouge. And the best action really is between 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. Are all the best position. Basically, everything's happening. best races are the boring ones, because the boring races means you're normally in the points. Oh, there's contact! Swifty's into the grass. He caught the side pod of MB Soccer in 12th and 11th position. But Swifty has no damage, he just loses a little bit of time. To be honest, I was at Liverpool, there was always going to be contact at some point with a grid, well, basically between 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13, all being that close together.
Der Abstand zum Auto vor dir beträgt 3,4 Sekunden. Alles klar, komm mal mit in die Sammlung rein.
You didn't crash where Wado crashed to, did you? Last night? Yeah. You get any damage or not? Yeah, you have. Yeah. And worth a smile at the back of Wado, not quite enough, no. So, as it stands, we have CJ in first, Ollie in second, Anderson third, Maverick 4, Pushkar 5th, Dedka 6th. That's a great result showing from Dedka so far. Ratcats 7th on his debut in 7, Wado in 8, Worth a Smile in 9, It's Low 10, MB Soccer 11, Swifty 12, Jamie 13. So Jamie and Swifty are going to have a lot of fun again in a minute. Joe Pelly in 14, Mr. Smee in 15, and Glamborn is in the pits in 16. Which means that, say, go from a 5 to, well, it would have been a 10-second at the end of the race if you didn't serve it, so always a good thing. But yeah, they're definitely there, so let's have a look at that. We got Jamie at the back of Swifty in 12 and 13. Jamie is a championship leader right now, so you definitely need to try and get some points of somewhere. I think his championship rival right now, I think directly, is Maverick in 4th position and CJ in 1st, but I think CJ's dropped a couple of points the last few weeks, so right, don't actually have the standings, which is not helpful. So well, the only way you can do things, mate, is record it. Jamie does go into now the top 10, so after the start of the race he had, at least he's back in the top 10 with 11 laps to go, well 12 laps to go, so there's still plenty of time to go. And he's all at the back of MB Soccer already, so just down the road is Rickard of Worth a Smile in 8th, and he's 1.8 seconds behind, so that is on the chart. Just be careful, guys, you've got a charging Ferrari in 9th position. I'm not like I can say that on stream. Depends if you're on fire. Some people like that. So Anderson and Maverick are both in the pits, so it's the first of the front runners into the pits. And I think Anderson, have you got a 5-second penalty? I think he has, he's serving it now, so. And that's also Pushkar and Dedka are also in the pits. That would provisionally put them down to 9th and 10th position. Swifty's also in the pits in 12th position. He's going to drop down to about 14 or yeah, about 14 I would have thought. Pushkar is still yet to come to the pits, so Pushkar must have had a time penalty as well. Pushkar comes out in 12th position. Ratcats is down out in 11, so he's gone in the pits as well, so I must have missed that, sorry.
Sehr gut. Feine Leistung.
So, Ollie into the pits, so second position's into the pits. Oh, Deadka! Deadka's gone. So Deadka has lost his wing as well, so it was a great race so far, and it's just all gone.
Langsamer werden. Positives Delta beibehalten.
Just went to him as well. Oh, we've also got a race leader in the pits as well. CJ Allen is also in the pits. So Maverick may... No, he's not actually going to catch him. So CJ's going to go in and come out in the lead. And I think Ollie might come out in second as well, so they did not drop any places. We also have Wado in 5th position going in the pits, so that moves Jamie up to 5th. Worth a Smile's also in the pits from 7th. He's at the moment, he's going to be about... Well, he's going to come out probably about 12th position. And Swifty has left the session. It's low with a 3-second time penalty. So we've so Deadka's gone in the pits to get a wing back on. So it's low is into 13. Rickard and Worth a Smile comes out in 11. Wado out in 10. Pushkar is now 9, Ratcars in 8, Joe Pelly 7, MB Soccer 6, Jamie in 5th, Anderson in 4th, Maverick in 3rd, Ollie in 2nd, and CJ in 1st. Closest battle on track right now is Joe Pelly and Ratcat. Joe Pelly and MB Soccer are still yet to pit though. MB Soccer on 12 lap old inters and Joe Pelly on 10 lap old inters. Mr. Smee on 12 lap old inters, and then Joe Pelly's gone wide there. He's still going to hold on to it though. And Jamie on 8 lap old inters as well. So, oh, there's contact between Joe Pelly and Ratcat. Lap 13.
Xbox sagt, Alexa sagt Xbox aufzeichnen. Alexa, sag Xbox aufzeichnen.
So Swifty and Joe Pelly in 11th and 12th position. So Joe Pelly into the pits. So the Toros and the Red Bulls are 9-13, and then both Red Bulls are 14 and 15. Joe Pelly has also now got a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Mr. Smee is also into the pits, so we've only got MB Soccer still out on 13 lap old inters. We have a... And then Jamie on 9 lap old inters. Everyone else is on 2 to 1 to 2, 3 laps on inters.
Zum ausgehender ERS-Einsatz. Okay, der Abstand zum Vordermann beträgt 8,2 Sekunden.
So, Worth a Smile goes into 11th position, Swifty into 12, and well, where the Swifty's going for, Worth a Smile's going for a little sightseeing view.
Das Auto hinter ihr fällt langsam zurück. Es bildet sich langsam eine Lücke.
Wado all over the back of Pushkar. Rouge. Wado is all over the back of Pushkar and Worth Smiles in the pits. Mr. Smee, 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits. Oh, Jamie gets a 3-second time penalty. CJ Allen with the fastest lap of the race so far with a 1:57.6. Fastest lap outside of the top 10 as it stands is a 1:59.9 by Dedka. So Wado moves into 8th position and Mr. Smee 3-second time penalty. Jamie moves into 4th position and we have Pushkar back at winner, so let's have a keep watching this through Rouge. Hello, Knapper. Wado on the inside. 3-second time penalty for It's Low. And Wado moves into 8th position. Oh, if he gets off the grass, he might. And Pushkar goes into 8th. Three times they switched around the last 2 laps. We have 6 laps to go. That's 7 laps. Oh no, now it's 6. Thank you, CJ. CJ in first, he's 6 seconds clear from Ollie in second. Ollie is 11 seconds clear of Maverick in third. Jamie within a second of Maverick in 4th, so we'll go and grab that. And Anderson 1.4 seconds back in 5th. Emily Soccer is 18.4 back in 6th. Ratcats, his teammate, is 7th, is 6.8 seconds back. Pushcar in 8, 6.6 seconds back. Is he going to get him up here? No. Go and grab that fight down here again. A second. And Pushcar, yeah, in 8th is 6.2 seconds. Jamie got Maverick on the inside. Fight for the last podium position. Oh, Maverick saves it. Managed to just save it. So Jamie does go into 3rd position. So Pushcar, Wado in 9th is 3/10 behind in 9th position. It's though in 10 is 8.5 seconds behind. Swifty in 11 is 11.3 seconds behind. Deadcrew in 12 is 5.8 seconds behind. Joe Pelly in 13 is 5.4 seconds behind. And Wado going to get him this time? No, he does not. So he stays. Pushcar still stays in 8th position, fighting over 3 points. Joe Pelly in 13 is 6 seconds behind in 13. Worth a Smile in 14 is 3.3 seconds behind. Mr. Smee in 15 is 17.1 seconds behind. Glamborn in 16 is 3.8 seconds behind. Ollie, 5-second time penalty. It seriously is. The only fight within a second of each other is this fight here for 8th position. And for the Williams team, it's a very, very valuable point for the Williams team. There will be 2 new drivers in the Williams team from next week in full-time drivers. So coming up from X3 will be Lavinator and GK Phantom. Three-second time penalty for Wado, so that's gonna make things a bit more interesting. We have 5 laps to go. We would go and have a look at the penalty table that what people have got right now, but I really want to keep an eye on this battle right now. Oh, we have a McLaren in the wall at Rouge. I'm just trying to see who it is. I believe it's... oh, they're both chased by Racing Point, Red Bull, so I believe it was Worth a Smile in 14. Anderson is slowly catching ish on Maverick. He gives between 1 and 1.1 seconds down to about 7/10 each lap. Ooh, Wado on Pushcar. And Wado does go into 8th position. I think he's actually finally got a bit more of a gap this time as well, so he will go into 8th position. Pushcar is now in 9th. As we are doing that, we will now go to the penalty points table as it stands on the time penalties, see what people have got. CJ, none. Ollie has a 5-second, which will probably grow to a 10-second and a 3-second time penalty, so he's on 13 seconds of penalties. Jamie has pitted, so I think he served that 5 seconds, so he has got 2 at the start as well, so... well, you've got 3 5-second penalties here, as well as a time penalty, so you have got about 8 seconds of penalties then, if that's the case, if not more. Maverick has 0. Anderson has pitted there, so that will be that one out of the way. So he has a 3-second time penalty. MV Soccer has nothing. Ratcats has nothing. Wado has, he would have served that 5 seconds, so he has 6 seconds worth of penalties. Pushkar would have served that 5 seconds, so Pushkar has no penalties. Itzlo has 9 second penalties, but we have a retiree. Who is this? Let me have a look. It is Rickard. Yeah, Rickard. Yeah, Rickard has retired from the race. Yes, a crash at Rouge was a one too many for him. Dedka has no penalties. Swifty has just a 5 at the start, so he would have served that. Joe Pelly has a 2-5 penalty, so he's going to have a 10-second penalty at the end of the race because he served one of them, but he's still got one more to do. Mr. Smee, oh, I had lots of penalties. Mr. Smee has about 14 seconds worth of penalties. Glamborn has no penalties because he would have served those 2 5 seconds just now. Rickard is out, so that is everybody on penalties. And Pushkar's gone back into 8th position. That's what happens when we blink. The problem is now they brought Itzlo into it as well now. So Itzlo, you got a fight for 8th between Pushkar, Wado, Itzlo are all within 7/10 of a second. Wado has no damage. No, he does not have any damage. It's just Pushkar has a left end plate missing. So we have 2 laps remaining. We're on the penultimate lap. Gareth all at the back of Mr. Smee in 15th position. As it stands, fast lap of the race is a 1:57.6 from CJ. Outside of the top 10 is a 1:59.7 from Dedka in 11th, but he is quite far back. He's 22 seconds behind, so he will stay in 11th, I would have thought, unless somebody has an incident. But we have a Williams and a Toro and a Mercedes all fighting for 8th, 9th and 10th position. It's low, moves into 9th position, so Waldo drops a place. So we're in. Anything can happen here with these 3 cars. It's just where they finish. So CJ is just at another fast lap of the race with a 1:57.6. We will jump to him in a back end of this lap to see him cross the line. I just want to keep an eye on this battle here because this really is a battle for the last remaining points. So Jamie's tyres are done, so Jamie in third is probably going to drop a couple of places here. If he doesn't hear it, would on penalty points, I would have thought. Ooh. They are going to go for the final lap of the race for 8th, 9th and 10th position. So, but CJ has completely controlled this race from the outset. Oh. And Jamie goes from 3rd to 5th as it stands. He's 30 seconds clear as it stands. 30. Oh. It's the last lap of the race, so you got a puncher, but you got the last lap of the race. It's low, has gone into 8th position, so push car is now down to 9. But I'm gonna have to watch CJ cross the line for the win and to really control the race. His teammate was in front of him on the first bit of the race, but that is it. So CJ wins it. To be honest, complete control. Ollie gets second. Let's see if he gets it on penalties. So Mr. Smee gets a 5-second penalty. Ollie gets second, and he does keep it. Ollie does keep it. Ollie takes second. Maverick comes third. Anderson fourth. Can Jamie hold on to it? He's got a broken car. Let's see if he can hold on to 5th position on his left rear. Yeah, you can see it all flapping around. Yeah, nice. Will he hold on to it with penalty points? Though he does have time penalties, so I think he will keep hold of 5th position. I think MB Soccer will come home in 6th. Oh no, he doesn't. MB Soccer gets 5th. Jamie gets 6th. Ratcats comes home on his debut in 7th. It's Low and Wado. I think It's Low will get 8th. Wado will get 9, but I don't think Wado will because he'll come in 10th. No, Pushcar gets 8. Wado 9. It's Low comes in 10. So It's Low. Oh, 5-second time penalty there. Unserved penalty. So Pushcar gets 8. Wado 9. It's Low at 10. Deadka comes home in 11. And I think Joe Pelly will get 12. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, Joe Pelly's just gone to games. Have a look. Just go into online and see if he's on the game. Because if he is, then he's going to be in big trouble. Right, and Joe Pelly will come home in 13th. Right, then he's disqualified and should be. Right. I don't know if you have a phone or something, I'll do it in a second. Right, so with the drivers will get to choose the driver of the day on the Discord app. So from everyone in Extreme, well done to CJ and Ollie and Maverick for the podium finishes, and everyone from Extreme Racing League 2 and from everyone from Extreme. Have a good evening, and we will catch you all at Monza.